So this is for those of you who have asked me, how do I germinate petunia seeds? How long does it take for them to grow? What do I got to do? It's all right here. You guys want to see something really cool? So the other day I was walking through here again and I busted my head into that petunia basket and I noticed something. I want to show it to you guys. A lot of you have been asking me about actually growing these from seed, and I've never done it. Never really had the interest to do it, but when I busted my head into this thing, something happened that I heard, and I thought, I gotta do this for you guys. So we're gonna take advantage of this opportunity. Let's make it happen. So I've got these little seed containers that I picked up a while back that are really cool. They'll hold a lot of little seeds in them. They're small, you can see. And we got ourselves a piece of white paper. And I'm just gonna hit this thing and watch all the seeds fall onto that white paper. All right, you ready for it? Here we go. Look at this. Look at all those little seeds. You see them? Right down the center of that paper. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, let's slip them into our little container here. Gotta be real careful about this. I'm gonna fold that corner up. There they go. We got a little start there to our collection. Look at that. Little petunia seeds, guys. A whole bunch more of them. And there we go, safe and sound inside of our little seed container there. Beautiful little petunia seeds. Alright, so you guys have been asking me for a few years now. There's the petunia seeds. I've never done this myself before. Those are some tiny little seeds. I didn't even know how I was going to harvest them before, but when I bumped my head into that pot, it just kind of came to me. And I heard these little guys just tinkling all over the floor, and I thought that's got to be the seeds, and I got to take advantage of this opportunity. So here we go. I got to do a little bit of research. I think it's going to be as simple as just putting these in some potting soil, but I want to dig into it a little bit first, and then we will go ahead and we'll get these little guys germinating. Fast forward 2.5 months, and it is January 10th. Seahawks lost yesterday, so the world's probably going to come to an end soon, but you know, there's always next season. Here are the petunia seeds. So it's time to get these guys germinated. Look at that little container. Isn't that neat? Tiny little petunia seeds. So I did a little reading up on these guys, and I found that you got to plant these right on the surface of the soil and just let them sprout and dig their roots in. You don't want to bury them because they actually need light to germinate. Not all seeds are like that, but little petunia seeds are like that. So I filled our Chobani container with some potting soil, and then just in case you're wondering, I did cut some holes there on the bottom of the container. So I went ahead and completely saturated this potting soil with water so that it's just well hydrated. Now we're going to take our little container here, pop that little lid off. Isn't that a neat little container holding them tiny seeds? And we're just going to sprinkle these guys. Can't even see them, they're so small. All over the inside of that container. The last thing I'm going to do is take this inside back under the kitchen sink, and I'm just going to lightly, just gently sprinkle with water just to kind of set those little seeds down in there. And then I've got our lid for our container. It's clear. I'm just going to pop it right on top and create a nice, beautiful, humid environment that can hold warmth and humidity and just give them a great little place to start germinating. So today is January 22nd. It's been 12 days since we put these little guys underneath this light in here. Now you'll notice that this was the Reaper pepper tent. It still is the Reaper pepper tent, but I'm missing a few of them. That's for another video. In the meantime, let's talk about these petunias. Now after just about 3 or 4 days, I started seeing the first little petunia seeds sprouting up. And now, after 12 days, we have got a full course of seeds in there. Isn't that crazy? These guys are just all sprouted up. There's probably, I don't know, 100, 200 of them in there. Can you see them down in there? Those little green specks all over the place. Those seeds were so small, it was almost impossible to see them. And once I got them on the soil there, you couldn't hardly really see them at all. I rinsed them in, and then we just waited, and there's what happened. Now after they all germinated, it was maybe 7 days, I went ahead and just took this lid and just loosened it and just had it setting on top just to allow a little bit of airflow. Now I think I'm just going to take that lid off completely, and we'll see if these guys just start flushing out with growth. I think it's just a matter of time. These little seedlings are just going to start growing like crazy, filling in this pot and pouring over the edges here. So like I said, today is January 22nd. We'll come back when something more's happened with these guys. Let's go. And that's what they look like. Look at that. These things are trying so hard to grow outside of this little cup. They've probably come up about, I don't know, maybe a half a centimeter. All I've done is just fertilize them occasionally, maybe once a week, and just a little bit of water every 3 or 4 days. And that's what they've done. Look at that. They're still way down in there. Now, if you were a hybridizer and you were trying to create a new petunia on the market, then this is what you'd have to do. But boy, is that some tedious work. Anyway, it was pretty cool, fun to look at, fun to watch. We'll keep this growing inside. We'll see how it does. We'll see how it turns out for you guys. And I don't know, maybe in about 5 or 6 more years, it'll actually be growing up over the sides of the cup. We'll see. Check it out. Look at that. They're already over the top of that cup now. They were just fighting for every little last bit that they could get just to get up a centimeter. And now, once they finally got some roots, you can see those roots. Look at that, coming out the bottom like crazy. Look at all the roots coming out of there. Now that they've got established, they just started going bloop, and they have grown up over the top. Now, I'm sure it's only going to be a matter of, I don't know, another week or two, and these things are going to just be piling over the edge. I really am going to get this one to you guys now so you can see it. I make promises, but we'll see what happens. But look at it. Look at all the depth down in there. It goes down in there quite a ways to the bottom of the soil. I mean, the soil level is like probably down here somewhere. These things are growing like crazy, and the strong will survive. I can see that some of them little ones still down in there are getting shaded out by some of these bigger, hardier ones, but that's what you want. You want to see what ones are going to be the strongest and what are going to push out of the top here. So I really mean it this time. I'm going to get it to you guys. You're going to see this right now, or whenever I get edited. I hope you learned something from it. Hit that like button, subscribe, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios!